be safe there, and I just don't know where it is yet. Alright, another run. You know, this game would be totally 1CC-able, 1 credit clear, if you could just get good at it. I could totally see myself trying to do that once I get better. I like trying to go for 1 credit clears. They are fun. I think this would be totally doable with a lot more practice. And as far as other games I'm thinking about doing, for real, J-Dog, I'm actually going to do a full playthrough of Deadly Towers. I've decided I'm going to do it. I know it's always rated one of the worst games ever, but it kind of intrigues me because I played it as a kid, and I always wanted to get further in the game, but I never could get hardly anywhere. The furthest I ever made it in that game was I managed to save up enough money to buy 1 upgrade for the character, and that's as far as I ever got. I never beat any of the main bosses. I never was able to map out, like, the dungeons or anything, so I'm nuts. I'll give it a shot. I will legitimately give it a shot and see what happens. I've already created some mapping tools that I'm going to need. So, I'm really looking forward to seeing how that goes. But weirdly enough, that game intrigues me just because I want to be able to get somewhere. And it's there's a lot to do in that game. There's like 7 total main dungeon bosses you have to beat. And there's all these optional dungeons, but if you don't get the upgrades out of them, you don't stand a chance at making it through the main dungeons in the game. So K4 says I managed to work around most of the issues with Shogun. Now I can just isolate the audio for streaming. What system is that on? Or you're going to use an emulator for it? I forgot to look it up again off stream. Usually when the stream ends, I have to get straight to work. It's on PC, okay. Dungeons are pointless. I hear the top speed runner only goes into 1 of them. Okay. Yeah, I'll see how it goes. I'll get some upgrades in I'll like look at like the first dungeon or something and see what I can do with that. Get a couple of basic upgrades and then roll into some of the main dungeons and see how difficult they are. That's kind of going to be a lot of touchy-feely with that game and see what I can put together with it. I'm not expecting a whole lot, but I'd just like to see more. But I've got like a mapping tool, so I can map out a couple of the dungeons and see how that goes. And I beat this guy without dying. Holy crap. Alright. View the research center. Alright. Alright, that's the first time I beat level 1 without dying. Alright, yeah. We know all about this silliness. Cutscenes here. Let's go. Alright, this weapon worked okay last time, so at this part, so I'll do it again. Like, I might be able to beat this game if I could figure out how to dodge that end part. Gotta be something I'm missing there. I forgot to look up Shogo off stream again. Need to try and make a mental note of that. Said it was an older game, so I'd more than likely be interested in it myself. I just can't really get into a whole lot of modern gaming. I just can't for some reason. And there are modern games I play, but oh god, did I actually die to that guy? I like modern RPGs more so than anything else. Ugh. Alright, well this was a good run. Now it's kind of coming apart. I usually kill this thing so fast I don't give it a chance to actually attack me. Okay. Alright, let's get some weapons. This isn't a real long game. That's advantageous when you're trying to beat a really hard game. At least it's not super long. There are some games that are really long. I think the longest, hardest game I've ever seen that I know something about is Back to the Future 2 and 3 on the NES. That's a game that shouldn't even exist. It's so bad. That might be the worst video game of all time. Back to the Future Parts 2 and 3. Because it's just a mess. There's nothing redeeming about it. I'm probably never going to play it, from what I've seen of it. And I'm kind of fascinated by bad games sometimes, but not that one. Just not that one. I couldn't put that one up as a channel point redemption or anything. Alright, this guy we beat with the yo-yo. I don't know how you would beat this guy without the yo-yo. This looks like the hands would probably kill you, but if you use the yo-yo, you can just auto-track him here. Come on, do something. There we go. I should have given this game more of a chance as a kid, but I played other Contra games, and there was a 30 life code for the original Contra. Super C had a 10 life code. Even Contra 3, the Alien Wars on Super Nintendo, you can start with 7 lives with 3 different difficulties. So this one starts you with 3 lives, and that's it. Nothing else. Nothing. They don't give you anything to work with. It's just get good. Didn't even see it. Sometimes there's like debris in this game, like right there, that like obscures the enemy I'm trying to kill. This stage does that. Alright, get that. Alright, we want the yo-yo for this guy. I gotta jump over his tail. And he's dead. That's kind of crazy how much damage this weapon does. Of course, in a way, it's kind of like a melee weapon because it's got limited range, but you wouldn't think a weapon that auto-tracks to a target would do that much damage, but it does. Alright, let's win this fight. Now we go into like the digital world type thing here. Virtual zone, I was close. You know what, I'm going to use this weapon. I think you have iframes when you're sliding. Maybe that's how you beat that alien boss with the long neck. Maybe you slide. Like right before it hits you or something. Maybe I'll have to try that. Definitely want to hold it, stay at range on this. Definitely want to stay at range on this. Alright, dead already. Go was released in '98, only a single month before Half-Life. I'm surprised I didn't hear of it back then, though, because I was keeping up with way more about what video games were doing at that time. I may have actually seen it at some point, and just don't remember exactly what it looks like. I was heavily into competitive Quake Team Fortress during that time, so maybe I did miss it. Maybe I wasn't paying as much attention to new games as I thought, because when Half-Life came out, I honestly wasn't really interested in it. I was having so much fun with Quake Team Fortress that I was like, okay, a new first-person shooter, big deal, but this one... But I don't have, like, I'm not a member of a clan here, and there's no competitive league or anything, so why should I really care? That was kind of my attitude to all new first-person shooters of that era. After Quake and Duke Nukem, that is. I kind of stopped caring. I kind of like the graphics in this part. I think it's kind of totally out of place because it's like a virtual world, and doesn't fit into any of the rest of this game. Shh. Okay, I thought that was going to kill me. Hey, Coyote, how are you doing today? I saw you were having some OBS problems, and that's terrible because I know what that's like as well. OBS is not the most stable and reliable of platforms. I've had a lot of problems with it myself. It can suck. So I totally see what you're going with there. And let's give Coyote a shout out. He is making a push for partner and is getting very close to it. It's very difficult to reach Twitch partner status. Very, very, very difficult. But she is getting very close. Been rough, but I think I figured it out. Good. That is excellent. I am glad to hear that. Didn't want to cry on stream. I was very frustrated. Yeah, I could tell at the end of your stream yesterday. I could tell you were absolutely not happy with it, and I totally understand where you're coming from with that. 100%. 100%. I'm glad you guys didn't see on camera what was going on when my computer was crashing on stream. I was absolutely beside myself, and I haven't even fixed that issue yet. All I did to fix my issue, I moved OBS to a different drive because I'm having a memory problem with this computer, and by moving OBS off that drive is what fixed my problem. But the computer is still having memory issues at its core, so I'm going to have to address that eventually. I just haven't gotten around to it, but... If you haven't tried that, Coyote, if your computer has multiple drives, maybe try moving OBS to a different drive. I know our issues were different, but maybe it could help. I don't know. I'm not a very good tech person. My tech solution to fixing things is to turn them off and turn them back on. You know, kind of like they tell you in like all IT stuff when you call for help. They're like, have you tried switching the power on and off? I'm like, yeah, obviously. Thank you for the 25 biddies. I appreciate it very much. Thank you so much. Like I've said before, none of you guys ever have to donate bits or subs or any of that stuff. None of that is important, but I just really appreciate you guys hanging out. But Coyote, thank you so much for the bits. I really appreciate it. They'll be lurking for a bit when I'm working. I like to listen. I really appreciate that too. Honestly, that's what I'd go for with when I'm working at home. I like having Twitch streams going. That kind of keeps me sane a little bit. Like I can work for a while with the stream going in the background. Then I can stop working for a few minutes and just chill and kind of refresh myself and then get back to work again. That's how I've been rolling lately. And my productivity has gone up. Feel like I'm doing better quality work when I keep focused a little bit. I'm not a person that likes to just grind the same thing for just hours upon hours upon hours, but unfortunately when you're working, that's often what you have to do. But Twitch kind of breaks up the monotony of that a little bit, and I'm really happy to be able to do that. Even if I'm not able to follow along with all you guys' streams all the time, I like to be there to lurk. And that to me is, at least I'm able to do something. You guys have been so nice to me and stuff. Far nicer than I deserve, honestly. Hey, King, what's going on, man? What is going on? Got a family matter to take care of now. Kick ass. Appreciate it, dude. Appreciate you dropping in. Let's give you a shout out, too. So many of you guys are streamers. I love it. Let's give you a shout out. Where are you on my list? There you are. I've got you added. I've got you added. You just breezed through this game the other day when I was watching. I was like, dude, what the hell? Yeah, this boss is weird, K4. It keeps, like, changing forms and stuff. Vance, what's going on? Twitch absolutely breaks the monotony, and watching a wide range of streamers add to the unpredictability. 100%, dude. 100%. Like yesterday, watching you play Ease 1, dude, that was awesome. I played that game a long time ago, enjoyed the hell out of it. And I played the remake, too, on Steam. Also excellent. And speaking of which, Vance is yet another streamer we have, and let's give him a shout out as well. Plays a nice variety of really good games. There we go. But nothing breaks up the monotony of working from home like I do a lot, like Twitch does. Even when I'm at work, I'll whip my phone out and lurk in some streams, even though the Twitch app is not the greatest device. It's not the greatest app ever invented. I try and make do with it. I don't like use a work computer to lurk in someone's stream, and I'll lurk in someone's stream with my phone, so it's been a process, but I like to do that. That's a lot of fun. And then I can pop in and take a break and see what people are up to. That's always fun. Hope you're having a great day as well, Vance. Thanks for dropping in, man. Appreciate that. Been thinking about doing a playthrough of the Ease, the Oath one, the Oath in Folgana or whatever it's called. I played it like 5 or 6 years ago on the hard mode, and Jesus Christ, it gave me everything I could handle. Normally I don't play RPGs on stream, but that's an action RPG. That's a little bit different. So I was thinking about doing a playthrough of that on Nightmare difficulty to see if I could even do it. Probably not even going to be able to do it. I had such a hard time with that game, even just on hard. It is a really good RPG. It really is. Action RPG, I should say, not like a turn-based one. I play all the turn-based ones off stream with my girlfriend. She loves those. You can't get enough of them. But she doesn't really like video games much besides turn-based RPGs, though. That's kind of our bread and butter off-stream. Lurk everywhere, sometimes bar ass me. Really? Yeah. Yeah, I was at her sister's house with her, and her sis goes, is someone talking? It was a streamer in my pocket. Dude, I've been there. I've been there. It was a family reunion. We had a very small family reunion like, I want to say like 3 or 4 months ago. And I had a couple of streams going with my phone, and I was like checking in and stuff, and somebody was like, a family member that doesn't even know what streaming is was like, what are you doing, watching a podcast? I was like, well, kinda, and I didn't even want to bother explaining it. If people don't know what streaming is, it's really hard to explain it. Because I've tried to explain it to people before that I know that have no clue what it is. And they're like, why are you watching someone playing a video game? Why not just play it yourself? I'm like, yeah, you don't get it. It's not just about the video game. It's about, like, being part of a community and making friends and that type of stuff. It's like, it's very, very similar to just hanging out with somebody, but you're not there in person. It's kind of like that. And it's hard for some people to understand that. But trying to explain it to some people that just don't get it, it's a chore. I remember when I was telling my parents about streaming, and that was a bit of an issue. Because they had, oh my god, that was my fault. I didn't switch weapons. Shit, alright. We definitely need to be using this weapon here to catch the missiles. You don't switch weapons right in this game, you screw yourself over. Alright, now we need to drop back down quickly, yes. Action RPGs are super fun to watch, not too different from watching a Zelda game. Exactly, exactly. I'm not against playing some action RPGs on stream. That's why I was thinking Ease, the Oath and Felghana, the new version on PC, would be a good playthrough on Nightmare difficulty, if I can even do it. Most of the streams would be spent grinding the bosses, because they are vicious. And you know what? I lost the weapon I needed to fight this guy with. Guess we could use this. Dude, that freaking hits him from the ground. That's crazy. I gotta be careful, though. If you jerk this guy around too much, he like, the slingshot effect will definitely get you. Alright, he's about to fire here, so... Okay. Safe here for a second. Oh, shit! You know... Oh, God. Alright. That got really scary. I don't have the right weapon equipped. I needed that bomb weapon. And I got myself killed and I lost it. Alright, we'll just have to be patient. Something I'm horrendous at, but I'll try. Dude, this thing's not dead yet. I killed this thing really fast last... Okay, finally. God sakes. Yeah, explaining things to streamers, to non-streamers or like non-computer savvy people is like really awkward. No one, if you've never heard of streaming before, you're going to be like, what the hell is this? But I see it as like playing a game with like people sitting on the couch commentating and like giving you advice and just talking about just random stuff. That's how I see streaming. It's not just about the game, and that's what a lot of people think. You're just watching people playing a game. No, it's more than that. Now, I will say, though, that I don't see how people are entertained by watching the really big streamers, because you can't interact with them. The chat's too fast. They don't even read the chat, so it's almost like, what's the point? I've tried to watch a couple of big streamers a few times, and I get bored after like a minute or two. It's pointless. I'm not knocking it. I know there's a lot of people that like watching big streamers and stuff too, but it's just not for me. I don't have the right weapon here. I'm gonna die. This weapon's super awkward if you fire it while you're turning around. One death makes you lose a weapon, and then it has a domino effect. Yeah, it just snowballs on you. That's happened to me quite a few times in this game. If you don't have the right weapon at the right moment, you lose it real dumb like I just did a minute ago, you're in so much trouble. Alright, I've got the yo-yo ready for this, though, so at least we can handle this boss. Alright, this guy makes a certain gesture when he's about to fire. Alright, now the other one drops to the floor. Yes. I really like this game, by the way. It is a good game. You know, all those times you're talking to the television, imagine it talking back. Exactly. Would you rather have an interactive type experience, or would you rather be watching a sitcom? I think that's I think that I've answered that question for myself. People sit and watch a stupid sitcom, but they want to balk at the idea of watching somebody play a video game that you can interact with. I mean, it's a no-brainer to me. I don't even really I don't watch regular TV anymore. I haven't watched regular TV in a long time. The only thing I watch on regular TV now is sports. I don't like watch shows anymore. I don't think I probably ever will again. I watch anime sometimes, but that's like on Netflix and stuff with my girlfriend. But as far as like just like regular TV, no, I don't ever see myself doing that again. I have 10 million viewers or 2 viewers. You don't feel like a community? I'm out. Exactly, man. Exactly. And most of the big streamers, it's all about just watching them. It's not about any type of interaction. You can't even interact with their chats. It's just a scroll fest of people posting memes. That's all I've seen. I was watching, what's his name? There's a big streamer. I just watched him a couple of weeks ago. Mizkif, I think his name is. And he was playing the new Jump King DLC, and I wanted to see what that is. It's not really DLC, it's more like a player-made thing, but I wanted to see what that was all about. And he had like 20,000 viewers in chat, and it was just people posting memes constantly. There was like no actual conversation on anything. And he never even looked at the chat, so I was like, well, this is... unless you just want to see the game, it's kind of pointless. But yeah, big streamers, I just don't ever see myself getting into that. That would be my biggest thing if I was a big streamer, is that I was hate that there was like... it would be really hard to actually talk to people again. I would hate that. That's been the most fun part of streaming for me, has been meeting people and making new friends and stuff, and that's been great. Alright, we rolled through that level, no problem. Kind of recovered a bit from that rough start. Alright, now we gotta get through this. I've gotten pretty good up until this level. This is where things start going haywire on me on this level. Alright, this spider boss here, I don't like it. Alright, shut up and fight. I already screwed it up. You have to be right here to start this fight. Let me go ahead and use these bombs. I need to use those bombs earlier. Gotta use the bombs early. Alright, this seems to be a good position to be in for this. This guy doesn't even come all the way to the left side of the screen. I'm kind of shocked by that. Actually, he was about to. It spoke too soon. Alright. Alright, here you just gotta keep moving back and forth. I love Contra games as a whole. It's just a fun series to me, starting with the original one. Don't ever see myself being able to beat this one deathless. I don't ever see that as possible. And there he goes. Alright, let's keep moving along. Got to deal with the scientist guy that turns into a monster. He deserves this. He betrayed us. And this is what he deserves. I'm gonna try and see if the yo-yo weapon is good against this fight. It might be. Right, well, there went the yo-yo. Lost it. Oh, it looks like... oh, shit. You gotta move. Alright, now I have to fight the spider again. That sucks, man. Honestly, my favorite part is drawing emotes. If you'd have more than 2 slots, everything else is gravy. Yeah, I recently got a couple more emotes added. I just put in some random stuff. People that are actually good at drawing emotes, I'm super envious of that. That's awesome that you can do that. I just like throw in some like random old game icons from games that I really liked as a kid. That's most of my emotes. But yeah, having the emote slots unlocked is a big deal. I'm close to having another one unlocked too, so I'm quite happy with that. But just having 2 kind of sucked. This is totally coming apart now. I only have a pea shooter to work with, but that's not the problem here. I'm not dodging. Jeez, this will punish you. I tried single weapon only deathless in Contra NES. Many people do it with S unintentionally. I've done a deathless run with using just spread through the whole game. And then I tried to do a second loop too and made it back to stage 6, so I was pretty happy with that run. But my next plan for the original Contra game is definitely a deathless run with just a pea shooter. That'll have to... that's going to be hard to do, really hard to do, because I'm so used to using the spread. But deathless with pea shooter sounds like a really fun challenge, so that's definitely going to be a thing. Alright, well, gotta be more careful with this. I was careless on the last fight. That can't happen again. Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me with that. I'm looking forward to playing Super C as well. I haven't even ever played all the way through Super C on the NES yet. And it's more the same type of Contra stuff, but I'm really looking forward to playing it. What I've done is Deathless with F. Oh my god, that'd be harder than Deathless with Pea Shooter. That, okay, the challenge has been, I'll definitely try that one too. That sounds fun. Because that's a terrible weapon. Oh boy, I'm looking forward to that. That's a really good challenge, man. I like that a lot. See how masochistic we can make it. That's perfect, though. It's also kind of funny that they created a special weapon that's worse than the pea shooter. I don't think maybe that was by design. I think that came out as an accident. They should have added like more damage to that weapon or something. I don't even think it has a damage bonus. This would be a really good challenge 1cc once you really know the game well, which I definitely don't yet, but I think this would be a fun 1cc challenge. Deathless Contra Hard Corps, I don't know. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Probably not anytime soon. Alright, let's not be greedy here. I was greedy here last time and it cost me. Alright, I gotta figure this out. How do you do this? I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go there. Maybe you slide right there. Maybe you slide to the left. Maybe, maybe not. F is a trash weapon. God, it is trash tier if there ever was. What a garbage weapon. And the flame weapon in like Super C is a lot better. Did I just figure it out? I just figured it out. You slide right at the last second. Oh my god, okay. Alright, well that's nice to know. Now I should be able to deal with that from now on. I saw it coming. I shouldn't have slid. Alright, we'll get there. We'll get there. It's a learning process. I'm okay with that. Damn it. Ugh. And there's more content to do with this game, too. Play through it with the other characters. They all have different weapons. And take the other paths that I haven't taken yet. So there's a lot to do with this game, and I like that. Anytime you can get more content out of a game like this, you take it. Alright, let's try again. Oh, I have to fight this weak form first. That's right. Then I don't know what's going to happen in the last form. Got to figure that part out, too. Definitely getting better, though. That's the goal here. I didn't expect to beat the game on this stream, by far. I just wanted to get better. Another stupid mistake there. Probably not safe to slide here. Can't believe that didn't hit me. That time it did. I panicked. God damn it. Alright. I'm just happy to have figured that part out. So this run, whether I get any further or not, is a real success now. Now this dropping Dr. Mario crap here is screwing me over. Alright, get to maximum range. Slide in. The timing has to be good. I could tell I could easily botch that up. That would be really easy screw up right there. guy's got a lot of health. Alright, that time the RNG pattern was, like, really, really, really easy. Most of the runs I've seen from streamers of Browny or Fang. Yeah, I rarely see the other two characters get used. Like, almost never. Okay. Need to hold maximum range on that. Rat's playing as... She's doing playthroughs as Fang right now, working on beating it. And playing as Fang looks treacherous, because he's just a big whopping hitbox. I am terrified to play as Fang. Browny's this little tiny robot, and it's harder for enemies to hit him, but... I'm scared to play as Fang down the road, but definitely going to do that at some point. Do it with every character, honestly. I'd like to see all their weapons and stuff, and how the strategy is going to be different and all that. Game has surprisingly a lot of depth for a 16-bit game, just a run and gun. Multiple characters with different weapons, multiple pathways to choose from. This game's got a lot going for it. Don't know why I went to the left right there. That was really kind of stupid, but... Alright, here we go. We'll use this weapon. Time is at 1:28. Alright, I'm doing okay on time right now. Just worry about dodging. Don't worry about doing damage. Alright, once again here, we just have to worry about a dodge. Perfect. Alright, and this weapon pierces through, so that's going to add up on extra DPS here. That's going to make a difference. Be nice to drop this guy quickly. Don't want to drag the fight out too long. Alright, perfect. Alright. Got to do better here. I think Sheena is second best, but most Sheena players are smart enough to pick Browny instead. I think I've seen like this laser weapon I'm using on Browny here is that I think I remember trying Sheena out one time off stream, and she's got a really powerful like laser type weapon here. And I kind of remember that, and I thought maybe that's who I need to play as on stream. But no, I decided, well, Browny's got this like double jump, and he's small, so that's why I decided to go with him. Plus, I watched Goten stream the game like 2 or 3 months ago, and he played through as Browny. And, excuse me, good way to swallow the wrong way there. I hate it when I do that. All right. But yeah, I decided to just roll. Okay, yeah, that's her weapon. That's what I was thinking, and it was really good looking. So Sheena might be the next best character. Okay, what do you even do with that? I don't have any good weapons to use on this thing. Maybe we need to like try and plan ahead here. Alright, what's going to happen now? It's not over. Not over. Alright, now it's over. It is over. Alright, next stage. Not the end of the game, is it? There's another stage. Thank you, that's not it. Dude, I didn't just beat this game, did I? I thought there was another stage. Or I'm thinking of a different path. The path Rat took looked a lot harder. Dude, did I just finish this game? That must be the easiest path. I finished it, okay. Good freaking God, I didn't think that was going to be the end. Okay, well, good game. There's a lot more to do with this game, though. Probably the next thing I should do is probably do a... try and go through it again, but look at the other paths. See what's different. Yeah, the other paths. We gotta do that. Accidental, good game. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it. See, I've been watching Rat stream this, and there's a level that she's on that's like an alien type level, and she's playing through as Fang, and it's way, way, way harder than that level. It's just like absurd. So we got to beat more of the paths and see more of this game. But that was like the most accidental good game I remember. And Goten finished on this path, but for some reason I was thinking there was something harder at the end than that. That was cool, though. That was really cool. Not my cleanest run ever, but you know, I think I would like to eventually try a 1cc clear of that path right there. That's not that bad. Now that I know how all the fights work, I've seen everything in action, I know what weapons work well where, I think a 1cc is in the future for that path. I really like this game. If I fail, if it takes me a long time to get it too, that's fine. I mean, it's a fun game to play. My Soul Blade Ultra Hard No Rounds Lost playthrough, unfortunately,